Hi, family and YouTube friends. Do you think van life is being romanticized? Well, you know the routine. I'm in the city, so I'm going to grab a cup of coffee, find me some water, relax, have a little me time, and then I'd like to give you my take on this or my view. Okay, let's get the coffee and then let's have a talk. I'm still in the city, so I decided to get me some racetrack coffee this morning. Okay, this is where I am today. And this is a part of what living a life of freedom allows you to do. So let's talk about a few of those things this morning. Let's talk about if van life has been romanticized, or if the real deal isn't really being portrayed online. It never gets old. Music to my ears. Okay, let's talk about it. Is van life being romanticized? There are honestly two sides to that coin. In some instances, people think that it is romanticized because they usually see the highlights. The water, the beaches, the mountains, and so forth. And you don't see as much of what people really go through when they're on the road. But lately, I think you see more of that online. So I can see why some people might think it's romanticized. But my answer is, I don't think it is. And that is because now that I have experienced it, and I've been able to see the beautiful sunsets and the beautiful mountains in the morning or the beautiful beaches, I don't think it's romanticized. It's basically what's displayed online, in my opinion. The freedom that you see van lifers experience, the beautiful sunsets, the campfires, if you're out camping, or the beautiful beaches and the beautiful parks with all of the water, all of that is real. How do I know? Because I experienced all of that firsthand. Because everything that you see people experiencing is happening. The only thing that makes me hesitant, I'll use that word, is when I see people say, oh, I'm selling everything, I'm tossing it all, and I'm just hitting the road. Now, there have been people who have done that, and they've been pretty strategic about it. So if there's a strategy and you have an end game for when you're ready to eventually come off the road, if ever, but you have it set up to where you'll have a soft landing, I'm all for it. But there are some people who are, and they're really looking for something and they don't know really what it is. So they feel like, hey, I see the freedom that people are experiencing. That just looks so amazing. I'm just going to toss it all and hit the road. That's when I become a little hesitant. So, but as far as it being romanticized, I don't think so. I think what people gravitate toward is the freedom. And the freedom is real. It is very real. And when you're on the road, and you guys, I'm part-time. I'm not even full-time. And I see what a difference that freedom makes. So when I am home, of course, I'm doing more. There are things I need to take care of. There are responsibilities that I have. But van life, or a life of freedom, I'll call it, gives you the opportunity to truly spend time with yourself, or even your significant other if you're traveling with someone else. It gives you time to really sit and get to know yourself better. And in my instance, I'm able to hear from God clearer because there aren't as many distractions. And it really helps you center yourself. So that's really what the lure is. And that is real. Now, granted, you have to use wisdom. You have to understand that there are going to be things that pop up. There may be mechanical issues. You know, you've seen it all online. There are many things that could happen, but just have a little preparation and you'll be fine. The freedom and the beauty is all real, but I do become hesitant when people are really willing to just toss everything. However, I am one who has downsized a lot since van life. There were times when I had, don't judge me, I had closets, plural, full of clothing and possessions. I am now down to one closet, not even a full closet, like half of a closet. I have been whittling down things that do not bring true value to my life. And that really plays into what freedom is. Even though I still have sticks and bricks to look after, we know that requires maintenance. Whenever you have property, you always have things to maintain. But there's something about decluttering, and decluttering doesn't mean it's stuff that's not of value. It doesn't mean that you have junk sitting around, because that's not my case. But there were things that were just taking up space, that took time to maintain, that took away from my freedom. So if it does not bring value to my life, I got rid of it. So I think that's what a lot of people are really looking for, the freedom. And they're looking to just declutter and get rid of things that aren't important so they can become more focused about what's important in their lives and spend time on things that are important to them. That's what all of this is about. So van life, I don't think it's romanticized. I just think that when people see the freedom, that sometimes they don't take time to realize there's another side to that. And I addressed that some, I believe, in the video before this, that, you know, sometimes it's a little colder than you want. Sometimes it's hotter than you want. And there are different things we can do. But when you're in a vehicle, whether it's an RV or a van or a car, you rarely get it perfect. There are people in RVs who are plugged in to RV parks, and it can be so hot where they are until the AC units that they have still doesn't keep them as comfortable as they want to be sometimes. So other than that, I don't think it's romanticized. I think what you're seeing is real. But ask yourself, are you someone who enjoys the journey and the process? And are you the type who are curious enough to be riding down the road and you see beautiful fall leaves and you're satisfied with that? Even though you have a destination in mind, you're okay with your surroundings until you get to that place. And if for some reason you're not able to get to that destination, you still had a great time. Are you that type of person? Or are you the type of person who's saying, hey, this vehicle is just a means to get me to this particular place, and I'm not going to have fun until I get to that destination? So if you're the type who the only time you're going to have fun is when you get to Disneyland or Disney World or the great destination, and you're not going to enjoy the road trip there, or you're not going to be willing to say, wow, those are some beautiful flowers. Wait, is there a road there? Does it allow us to get a closer look? If you're not that person, then yeah, van life is not for you. It's just not. Look, we are talking about van life, but honestly, you guys, that's with anything you're doing. Any type of travel you decide to do, any adventure. Van life is just one of the ways that those of us who have decided that we want to live life to its fullest and explore and see and just enjoy this journey. The van is just one of the means that we've chosen. And this won't be the only way, by the way. Most people who do van life, I mean, some of them just do van life, RV, and that's all they do. But if you pay close attention, many of them find other ways to travel and explore also. So yeah, I could just go on and on and on about it. No, I don't think it's romanticized. I just think in the excitement and seeing the freedom and knowing deep within what that would mean to you, some people just jump prematurely and end up slightly disappointed sometimes. But look, when I went out, the heat and the cold whipped my butt in the beginning. And I thought I knew something, but it didn't deter me. So to sum it up, no, I don't think it's romanticized. It's an individual experience for everyone. As always, this life is to be lived, so live it. And if you're not sure if it's possibly for you, that's why everyone is encouraged to go out in whatever vehicle they already have. Try it out. What's the worst that can happen? You don't like it, and then you find another way to travel and live. Because no matter what, live. Don't just stay within the four walls. Okay, family and my YouTube friends, you know what we say. Be blessed and be safe. Until the next video, bye.